Welcome to the South Ops Fire Weather Webcast for Wednesday, November 13th. I'm your host, Kristen Stewart. After a bit of an active weather pattern the past few days, today will be a quick little reprieve before we go back into an active pattern. With a weak ridge of high pressure overhead, visible satellite shows very little in the way of clouds over California. There are just some thin high clouds streaming overhead, so today will be mostly sunny overall. Winds have calmed down quite a bit this morning, but there remains breezy offshore flow across the higher terrain of Southern California. In the typical northeast wind-prone spots, winds are gusting in the 15 to 25 mile an hour range, so not too bad out there. These winds should weaken through the morning, and the majority of the area will see light winds into the afternoon. However, as our next storm system approaches the west coast, there will be increasing westerly winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts of 50 miles an hour along and east of the Sierra Crest this afternoon. The ridge overhead today, combined with weak offshore flow, will bring significant drying to the region, particularly for Southern California. Minimum humidity is expected to dive into the single digits and at best low teens for Southern California. Luckily, the wind is mostly light, so there should only be pockets of elevated fire weather conditions where it may be breezy. With the approaching storm system, higher humidity is expected from Monterey County and northward. Poor recoveries will be common tonight for the deserts and higher terrain of Southern California, but very good recoveries will be common north of Point Conception. There will be some decent warming across Central and Southern California today, with high temperatures nearing around to a little above normal for mid-November. For the Central California valleys and high desert, temperatures will rise into the upper 60s to around 70. For the Southern California valleys and low desert, temperatures will rise into the mid to even upper 70s. It will be quite a nice day out there before we get back into a much cooler pattern to end the week. Speaking of a cooler pattern, let's get into our forecast for the rest of the week. High pressure and associated nice weather today will be short-lived, and a deep area of low pressure will start to push into the region on Thursday. This area of low pressure will be quite sluggish and be our dominant weather feature through the weekend as it slowly treks eastward over the state. The resulting weather will be much cooler temperatures and higher humidity, along with the chance for showers and periods of gusty winds. Another area of low pressure will likely be on its heels on Monday, but that one will take more of an inside track and lead to more wind. A few degrees of cooling is likely on Thursday, then much more dramatic cooling is expected on Friday. Temperatures will plummet as much as 10 to 20 degrees below normal, with valley highs only in the 50s. Some warmer spots may reach 60 if they're lucky. These chilly temperatures will stick around through early next week with very little in the way of meaningful change. Perhaps on Sunday, some of the warmer valleys may rise into the low to mid-60s. When it comes to the precipitation potential with this upcoming storm system, once again it favors Northern California and is expected to fall apart as it approaches Central and Southern California. So this means that steady precipitation is expected for Northern California, then it will turn into hit or miss scattered showers as it moves through our region. As for timing, that's still a little bit up in the air, as it is tricky to forecast timing for more spotty convective shower activity. For brevity, the chances for scattered shower activity will range from Thursday evening all the way through Saturday, mostly favoring the foothills and mountains. Friday will likely be the wettest day. Some thunderstorm activity is also possible through this period. With this being such a cold storm system, snow levels will drop all the way down to 4,000 to 5,000 feet, with a low but present threat of light snowfall impacts on the Tejon Pass. Additional light spotty showers are also possible on Monday. Once again, our region will get the short end of the stick when it comes to precipitation totals from this event. The latest projections are trending lighter for rainfall totals, mainly a quarter inch or less, but locally higher to a half inch to an inch in the foothills and mountains, especially in the Sierra. Several inches to at least a foot of new snow is expected for the Sierra. As we get into the middle of next week, the areas of low pressure will depart and projections indicate that a ridge of high pressure will build in. This will lead to a warming and drying trend, along with the chance for breezy Santa Ana winds that could serve to increase fire potential. However, with the upcoming cool and wet weather, I will not go into this part of the forecast just yet, as there remains plenty of uncertainty. Large fire potential will remain low for the next couple days, then the risk will become more negligible Friday into the weekend due to the cool and moist conditions. Locally elevated fire weather conditions remain possible through Thursday due to the dryness, but there will be little wind to increase concerns. If gusty Santa Ana winds develop the middle of next week, along with drying conditions, fire potential will likely increase, especially if our storm this weekend remains on the dry side. We will have to see how much moisture we will get to see what kind of impact offshore winds may bring next week, so stay tuned. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Our next webcast will be on Thursday, November 14th. Have a fantastic day.